Perfectionism. I think a lot of you are calling yourself a perfectionist, especially when you are looking for an excuse while asking yourself why you're not posting videos regularly or why you're doing a particular task much longer than you thought it would take. I know the answer. This is a goddamn perfectionism. And today I'll talk a bit about this personality style and how it may ruin your creativity and harm your growth and your craft evolution. If you Google the word perfectionist and check its meaning, the first definition that comes up is the sentence "Perfectionist is a person who refuses to accept any standard short of perfection," according to Oxford Languages Dictionary. And I think we all get it, we face it pretty often in our day-to-day life, but it's different for every single person, depending on the level of perfectionism inside us. Some of you can't stand a single piece of dirt on the glass, some of you just immediately start cleaning if you noticed a slight layer of dust on surfaces in your apartment. Others constantly trying to make everything look geometrically symmetrical. I can go on and on with more examples, but when it comes to YouTube and video production in general, here I may see a similar pattern. And now I'm talking about myself, or the earlier version of myself. Before I started posting videos more regularly, especially the ones that did not have high production value, I was spending a lot of time on polishing it before the upload, on watching it again and again from the very beginning to find these small, ugly inaccuracies that someone eventually may notice. But you know what? Nobody care about these details, especially when it's in the second half of the video, especially when only you can notice them, especially when you are a small YouTuber and nobody's watching you. Me. So what will you get, like 38 views and 2 comments? One from your sister, another one from your mom? Come on! Do you know how many videos are being published on YouTube? 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. Assuming that average video duration on YouTube is around 12 minutes, it gives us 2,500 videos per minute. Per minute! Think about this number! It's 42 videos per second! There is no goddamn time for perfectionism. I was never thinking about that in such a way, but when you finally realize that there are millions of people who want to stand out, who think they are unique and their video ideas are totally new, then there is a perfect moment when the reality punches you into your face. Unfortunately, it happens after you fail, when you don't see fast results. I also failed to understand at the very beginning and focused too much on unnecessary stuff. When I started to take things more easy, I realized that there's no such thing as I don't have time. Before, there was just wrong prioritization and as a result, constant digging in the same video materials that I could publish much faster. And what I'm trying to say here, and that is a very important statement, being a perfectionist doesn't mean that you are great at something. What it means is that you are spending too much time on items, details that make you feel uncomfortable. I believe what makes you or me a good content creator is not a fact that you see some imperfections and keep fixing them. Good content creator is a person who may balance his or her level of proficiency and time of delivery. On YouTube, despite your will, despite your vision of the frequency of uploads, consistency matters. And you cannot be consistent without sacrificing a bit of perfection. And this is not a freaking theory or YouTube algorithm mystery or something I have no idea what I'm talking about. I went through it, literally. One of my channels got demonetized simply because I stopped putting content there as I was thinking too much, I wanted to make it perfect, and that just led to my burnout. And if this is not a good example how YouTube treats inconsistency, then you keep trying to be perfect. I don't have a perfect location, I don't have a perfect lighting, I don't have a perfect face and haircut. So what? Does it mean I shouldn't even start making videos? No, I even think people like imperfection because then they kind of see the reflection of themselves in several situations that normally happen that are not perfect. And I know what you think. Perfect shots are pleasant to our eyes. That's true. But By the moment when you reach a certain level of proficiency, the time needed to create a video starts to decrease. And that is not a result of digging in the same video for a month, this is a result of experience, constant improvement, and punching perfectionism in its face by keeping the ball rolling and uploading videos. So, a simple answer to the question in the title of the video is no. Perfectionism is not a great idea, especially for the ones that are just starting growing their YouTube channels like me, and despite the fact that at the moment of creation of this video I've got less than 2,000 subscribers, I've already been able to feel the difference when I stopped paying too much attention to every small detail in my videos. And if you're still hesitating whether quantity with a decent quality is better than just quality, let me visualize that in a very simple way one more time. Imagine there are two kids who've never ridden a bike. One of them has watched hundreds of videos on how to do that, but has never tried yet. And there's another kid who started trying right away. Guess who will achieve the goal faster? I'm sure you know the answer, as this is pretty obvious. Same thing with making videos. Stop preparing yourself or polishing your perfect video. Just upload it. There are no borders of perfectionism. You will always find something that you could do better if you look back at the content you created some time ago. That is why it's so important to let it go and focus on content creation rather than thinking about content creation. We all will be better in our crafts, but it takes time, and there's no better way of evolving than creating and learning on the go. That is my opinion. Guys, hope it was helpful. I have another bunch of useful tips for video content creators right here. Check them out, and if you have any other questions or you disagree with something from what I've said today, use the comment section below this video, I'll be happy to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Why it's so hot here?